Let's end the trick now. There are two different kind of South Americans and Mexicans. The two different ones are the ones who call themselves Aztecs, who are actually the Phoenicians, who are East Indians, Arabs, and Pakistanians, the descendants of a man named Ishmael. And then there is the actual original Mexican who was in Mexico first. They are called the Mayans. Now, the Mayans are the people we want in America because they helped pioneer America and all of the Western Hemisphere of the planet Earth. They are a direct mixture of the black man, the white man, and the yellow man. These people like Congresswoman Cortez, who acts like she's Latino, which comes from the word Taino. The Tainos are the people that walked into Mexico and also call themselves Mayans. She acts like she's a Puerto Rican. She is not a Puerto Rican, but she admits she's a Sephardic Jewish sister. And Sephardic Jews are Jews who are Jews by way of Abraham, the sons of Abraham, who are Arabs, East Indians, and Pakistani Jews. That's who they are. The sons of Ishmael, Abraham's son. Fat Joe, he's a real Tiano, a real Puerto Rican, that is. He's our real brother. And Geraldo, another real Tiano. The Tiano are our real black brothers who were here before the East Indians. Arabs, Joe and Geraldo are Taino, wherein the word Latino is derived from. They are not East Indians. They are not the Phoenicians. They are not the Inca and the Aztecs. They are the actual man that walked over here into the Americas. They are our brothers. Now here's the proof. Check this out. I'm going to let a real Mayan tell you the real history. Wow.
First, very different time frames. The Maya have been going on for 4,000 years.
Which is about 1,000 years after the flood was over and we repopulated the earth on the east side of the earth. Then we walked over to the west side of the earth and we will call the Hopi Indian, the Amalek, and the Paleo-American, which is the black, white, and the yellow man. And we walked over here to repopulate the earth, and that was 4,000 years ago.
By at least 2000 BC, they were in Guatemala. And they have a continuous presence up until today. The Aztecs, in contrast, were less than 300 years. Briefly, but powerfully, they took over the Valley of Mexico in 1427. From there, they controlled most of Mexico until the Spanish arrived. Another difference was their locations. They were neighbors, but just had a little bit of overlap. The Maya were in the south, in Guatemala and the Yucatan Peninsula. The Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan was far north, underneath what's today Mexico City. It had a penchant for human sacrifice.
They are the Aztecs, who are the East Indians, Arabs, and Pakistanians, who were the ones that murdered and blood sacrificed the Mayans. We don't mind the Mayans coming into America because they were the ones that were sent here to repopulate the earth. They are a mixture of the black man and the white man. The Mayans are our people who were killed by these Phoenicians, who are now the East Indians, the Arabs, Pakistanis, the Asians, like Nancy Pelosi. And that's why they want to open the borders. They're trying to sneak their East Indian, Arab, and Pakistani people into America under the actual Mayans. So that's why Trump wants to block the border so we can see which one is which. We know that the Aztecs are those people who are all tattooed up. They are these people who are the murderers of our people, who come to America to pillage America, according to Ezekiel chapter 38, 1 through 11. They want the walls down so they can come in and destroy us. That's why Yahweh said, build a wall. Isaiah 60, verse 18 and 60, verse 21. Yahweh said, build a wall and keep those Aztecs out. They are different from the Mayans. The Mayans belong here. They are our blood brothers. They will come and go to work and take care of your children and do everything because they are us. They are us. So that's why you have to know the difference between the Aztecs or MS-13, which is, they call themselves Azteca Mesa, which means the Aztecs of Mexico. And now they're trying to get in through America with the help of their insiders like Nancy Pelosi and Cortez and all these other East Indian people who are in office right now. Mexico, the ones who conquered Mexico and took it from our brothers who are the Mayans. So let's get that straight. They are the Tiano and the Mayans. They are completely different from the East Indians. We want them here. Those are the people that come over here, work for a living, and are honorable and clean and never really give any problems because they are us. They are our people, okay? Totally different from the Aztecs. The Aztecs are cannibals and murderers. They call themselves today MS-13 Azteca Mesa, which means the Aztecs of Mexico. Why do they call themselves that? Because they are the ones that conquered the Mayans and took over Mexico. Now they're trying to sneak into America under the original Mexicans who are the Mayans. What is the difference between the two? One was here first, 4,000 years ago, and other one was here second, 300 years ago, and became called the Aztecs, who then began to kill our Mayan brothers and sacrifice them for food, cut their hearts out on the pyramids and everything. And I'm going to prove this, okay? These are the Aztecs, completely different from the Mayans. Remember, East Indians, Arabs, Pakistanis, and Asians are all the same people. They are the sons of Ishmael. Remember, Cherokees are the Ishmaelites. They are East Indian, Arab, and Pakistanians who came over here on ships calling themselves the Phoenicians, and then they became the Aztecs, and then they ran up into America and called themselves the Cherokee. Remember that. East Indians get into America, and because the Cherokee is sovereign, they can choose whoever they want to be a part of their tribe. And they always let the East Indians, Arabs, and Pakistanis become a part of the Cherokee Nation because they are Cherokee. The Cherokees are East Indians, and they are getting everything for free using our tax dollars. Like the Bible says, they are drunk with the blood of the saints. Revelation 17, 15 through 18. Because they are unregulated. If you have a driver's license, you're not an East Indian, because East Indians don't need driver's license. They don't have to pay any taxes. They get $1,000 from us a month per child. Regulation free. They don't have to have license tags or traffic. They can't get traffic tickets. They got diplomatic immunity. I mean, they are free. They get free housing, free health care. They are unregulated, and they get all kind of money from us. We're paying tribute to them. They get free housing. They live absolutely for free. They can't be foreclosed on. They are absolutely regulation free. The way you know that is them, because most of their names end in a vowel. Or the alphabet Z, like Cortez or Perez, or sometimes S. You got to check them out. Some of our names end in a vowel too, but that's because they mix with us to make us defend them, thinking we're defending ourselves. And now these East Indians are killing our people today, especially our women. Check this out. They're doing just like they did when they first came over here as the Aztecs. Now they're the Cherokees, and they're killing our women right now, East Indian, Arab, and Pakistan. Look at this. This is what these East Indian people do to our people every day, secretly, in their East Indian Masonic lodges, secretly for themselves to blood sacrifice and eat our women, and holding themselves not guilty. They are the murderers of our people. They are guilty. They will be held accountable. It's not all of them, but the ones that are doing it, you're doomed. Look what you're doing to my sister, you bastard. You think you're going to get away with this, don't you? You killing us, then you trying to make the white man take the blame for your crap, like you tried to make Kim Fox take the blame for your crap. Look how you killed and beat our sister like this here. You East Indians better repent from this crap that you do. I see you, boy. Sisters, y'all look at this. Look what they do. You in trouble. Black people, black women, white women, Latin women, wake up. Look how they beating our sisters. Oh, you generation of vipers, how can you escape the damnation of hell? You East Indians have been dogging us for thousands of years. I know that you're Ishmael. Look at you biting my sister's breast and eating her breast off of her chest while she's alive. What a creep. You beating white women too. Look how they beating black women and white women. These are East Indians doing this here. Ishmaelites trying to make the Arabs look like the bad guys when you the guys that's doing it to us.
Here, check my bag. I'm telling you, I don't have to take you. You check my purse. Get off. Get. Cause you're tripping. Let's go.
I'm Mike.
Had a great relationship. The largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Gentiles and the black man of America came to the Americas before the Lion Cherokee Indians, who are the descendants of the Aztecs and the Incas. The Cherokee Indians say that they were here 17 to 16,000 years ago. But the fact is that the flood killed everybody 5,000 years ago after Noah's flood. So everybody was dead by the time we got here. So what happened was the Gentiles and the black man of America, who were the Hebrews, walked through Siberia into Alaska and became what they call today the Eskimos. Those were the Hebrews, and we came there to repopulate the earth like God told us to do in Genesis 9:18. And we repopulated the earth with the animals that we had taken from all the places around the world before the flood and put it on Noah's Ark. And then we came over to Europe as Gentiles to repopulate that, and the Shemites, which was Noah's first son. Asians were the East Indian, the Arabs, Pakistanians, who put themselves together and called themselves the Phoenicians, and came to the Americas and called themselves, as the white ones, the Incas, and as the red ones, the East Indian, the Arabs, Pakistanians, they called themselves the Aztecs. And the people that were already here, who had already walked here, was already here before the Phoenicians came here. And the Aztecs and Incas started hunting the Indians down who were here already, who were the Mayans. And then when the conquistadors came to the Americas, they saw that they had done all of this wickedness, and they started shooting down the Aztecs and the Incas, who ran into North America and became called the Cherokee Indian. And as Cherokee, these are the Canaanites and the Ishmaelites, and they were cannibals, and they were killing and murdering the Mayans, and then they came into North America and conquered it and did the same thing over here to the Hopi Indians, who were actually the Gentiles, and the Eskimos and the Taino, who were actually all Gentiles, and the black Hebrews mixed, who came here to repopulate the earth. So we were here first. They were not here before the black man and white man. So when the white European Gentiles came to the Americas and conquered it and took it from the Cherokee, they were actually taking it back to themselves like Joshua and Moses did when they took it back from Canaan and renamed it Israel. Okay, they took the land back. So in actuality, we're not supposed to be paying reparations to the Indians. The Cherokee Indians were only being repaid for what they did to us. We took the land back from them. The land was ours first. We are the original Americans. So the answer to America's problem is to realize that the black man and the white man was in America first. The Cherokee Indians do not have the rights to get reparations. We were taking the land back that they had already taken from us. These people are East Indians, and they're running the country. They run all of the gas stations, the stores, the restaurants. Everything is owned by them. Not all Ishmaelites are going to hell, because Revelations 12:7-9 says every nation, kindred, and tongue will be saved in the last day who are righteous. But the nobles of them are going to be destroyed. That's Psalms 83:1-5 through verse 11. There are good East Indians and bad East Indians. The Bible said that every nation, kindred, and tongue will go to heaven in the last day. It did not say everybody but the East Indians, Arabs, and Pakistanis. It said everybody can go. The wicked ones, caste, the ones who call themselves the castaways, the higher ups. The castaways are Hagar, who was cast out of Abraham's camp by Sarah, and God agreed with it. So they call themselves caste, and they put themselves above everybody. So the good East Indians and Arabs and Pakistanians are being destroyed along with us. So we got to save them too. They're going to heaven with us, and these are some of the ones that's going with us. And go to heaven and pick Trump and the black man so that we can all go to heaven together and live forever. Thank you, Yahweh. YahwehSeeGods2.com by Michael the Black Man. Blacks for Trump.